Let me show you what you can do if you cannot download apps on your iPhone 17. So the first thing that we can do is go to settings. You want to go to your Apple account at the top over here. And even if you might seem to log in, you can go to iCloud in order to make sure that you are actually logged into your account. If you are not, for example, if the session is outdated or something, then you probably will be asked to enter the password to your Apple account in order to sign in again. Or, of course, you might just need to create an Apple account or log into your Apple account completely if you just tap on the top section over here in settings, because unfortunately, we have to use Apple accounts to be able to use the App Store. Now, another thing that is quite important is, of course, the AirPlay mode. Sometimes we can turn it on by accident, and of course, this can be the reason why you cannot access like apps in the App Store, or you cannot download them completely. So you want to make sure that this option is disabled. Besides that, we have Wi-Fi and cellular or mobile data. So in the case of both of them, you want to make sure that the Wi-Fi is enabled and that you are connected to the proper Wi-Fi connection or network. And in the case of the cellular or mobile data, of course, you want to make sure that it is enabled as well. In case you use it, it actually depends if you want to use Wi-Fi or cellular or mobile data, which one is relevant to you. But essentially, you want to make sure that it is enabled when it's applicable. And in some other cases, if you have, for example, multiple SIMs, like for example, if you have more than one SIM, then you also might want to check if the correct SIM is used for mobile data. Also, you can go to your SIM and check the data mode. If you use, let's say, low data mode, then you might want to switch to standard option, at least for now, to download the app. But once again, this is only applicable if you actually intend to use the cellular or mobile data for the App Store right now. Now, besides that, what you can also do is we can go to the screen time option in settings. Now over here we're gonna scroll down and you are looking for content and privacy restrictions. And in here we can first go to app installations and purchases, and you want to make sure that installing apps and App Store is allowed. There are also in-app purchases which might be relevant to you, so you can check that as well. And after that we're gonna go back and we can then proceed to App Store, Media, Web, and Games. And over here you can, for example, go to apps in order to make sure if there is no like age rating enabled or something like that. The same goes with movies and probably some other stuff like as well. So over here we can set restrictions, so just make sure that there is no restrictions set on your iPhone 17 that would disallow you from or prevent you from downloading apps. Now, besides that, if none of this helps, what you can also do is you can perform a restart of your iPhone 17. You want to reboot it. So you can, for example, press and hold the volume down button and the side button to open this power menu. And of course, you want to move the power button to the right side. And then you will need to turn it back on. And after that, you want to check if this solved the issue. In some cases, also, what you can or you might have to do is go to General in Settings, and then in here we want to go to Date and Time, and you want to make sure that the time is set correctly. So you might need to adjust your time zone or set the time to be automatic, because if you made some changes to the date and time, if you set it manually, then this can also be the issue. Besides that, we can also scroll all the way down in Settings and open Apps. Then let's go to the App Store. And over here, what you can do is check this section over here where we have cellular or mobile data. This is, of course, when it's enabled, if you actually intend, once again, using the cellular or mobile data with the App Store. So in this case, you can go to App Downloads and you want to, for example, change that option to be able to download larger apps, which is usually relevant when you are, let's say, downloading games, because usually they wait quite a bit. So you might want to change that over here. And in addition to that, just make sure that the cellular or mobile data is enabled over here, of course. Besides that, the last thing that you can do is simply sign out and sign into your Apple account. Now, this is relevant only if you was actually signed into your account. If you wasn't at the beginning of the video, then of course you probably don't have to do that. But if you If you want to give it a try, then of course you can go to the Apple account, scroll down and choose sign out over here, and then you can sign in again and then see if that helped. And that's all we can do on our iPhone 17 in order to try to solve your issues with app downloading. And you can let me know in the comments if the video was helpful. If not, then maybe there will be some additional tips by other people that can perhaps share in the comments what could be possibly the solution to some issues with the App Store. And that's all. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe.